crop production and management. Introduction. Previously, you have seen the different agricultural practices like preparing the soil, sowing, adding manure, and fertilizers and irrigation. Today, you will learn about how crops are protected from weeds, the harvesting of the crops, and how these crops are stored. Protection from weeds. Along with the crop, many undesirable plants may grow naturally with them. These undesirable plants are called weeds. The weeds compete with the crop plant for light, water, nutrients, and space. Thus, they affect the growth of the crop. The removal of the weeds is called weeding. The best time to kill the weeds is before they produce flowers and seeds. Farmers have adopted a number of ways to remove weeds or control their growth. Farmers physically remove the weeds from time to time by uprooting or cutting them close to the ground with a khurpi. Plowing the soil also removes the weeds which have dried up and are mixed with the soil. Seed drills used for sowing also help in uprooting the weeds. Chemical substances called weedicides like 2,4-D also help in controlling the weeds. The weedicides are sprayed with the help of a sprayer in the fields. Weedicides do not harm the crops, but they can affect the health of the farmer, and thus he should cover his nose and mouth with a piece of cloth while spraying these chemicals. Harvesting. When the crops have grown and have matured, they need to be cut. This is called as harvesting of the crops. Cereal crop take about 3 to 4 months to mature. In India, harvesting is done manually with a sickle or by a machine called harvester. After the crop is harvested, the chaff needs to be separated from the grain. This is done by a process called as threshing. Threshing is carried out with the help of a machine which is a combined harvester and thresher and is called combine. Winnowing is another method of separating the chaff from the grains. The entire process of agriculture includes a lot of hard work. After 3 or 4 months of toiling on the field, the hard work of the farmers is paid off on the harvest day. The entire field turns a golden color as the crop ripens and fills the hearts of the farmers with joy. The farmers relax and enjoy, and the harvest season is celebrated with enthusiasm and merriment throughout the country. Pongal, Baisakhi, Holi, Bihu, Diwali are all harvest festivals celebrated in India. Storage of crops. After the harvest, the crops need to be stored for a long time. The crops have to be free from moisture, insects, rats, and microorganisms before and during storage. The harvested crops are dried in the sun before storing, as moisture in the seeds will decrease their shelf life and they might lose their germination capacity. Sun drying prevents the attack of bacteria, fungi, and pests. After drying, the grains are stored in jute bag or metallic bins. Silos and granaries or godowns are also used for large-scale storage. Sometimes grains are treated with certain special chemicals that protect them from pests and microorganisms. At home, dried neem leaves are kept in along with the grains to prevent pests. Let us summarize what we have learned. Unwanted plants which hamper the growth of the crops are called weeds. Weeding removes the weeds, and it can be done manually as well as with the help of chemicals called weedicides. Harvesting is the cutting of the mature crops manually or by machines. Separating of the chaff from the grains is called threshing. Proper storage of grains after harvest is necessary to protect it from pests and microorganisms and extend their shelf life.